questions have to do with the economy. Bill, first question for you. Every dollar of taxpayer money is a dollar that isn't being spent by a member of the community. How would you address spending and taxes, and what other ideas do you have to improve the community's affordability?
First off, the taxes are inevitable. As they say, death and taxes. So I don't think we're ever going to get away from taxes. I think we can work hard, and I'm not going to say that I can do a better job than is being done right now as far as the budget. I think the mayor and council have done a good job at the budget. I think the problem I had with spending is what was spent the last 4 to 6 years, and the debt that has been piled on. We have a large amount of debt. It's in bonds, and it all depends on our economy in the next 3 to 4 years, how we're going to do with that, how we're going to deal with it. And I'm not so sure that this country is going to be set up for a real growth spurt in the next 4 years. I hope so. It certainly would be great, but I think it depends on what happens at the federal level. Our state level, I think, is fairly stable right now. I hope people will support Jim. But I plan on paying off the debt at least somewhat quicker and look at the money that's coming in for the casino and undiscretionary spending, non-discretionary spending, and put it on the debt, on debt service.
I am very comfortable with the financial stability of our community and our city. I'm not sure just what Mr. Greene's referring to for the previous 6 to 8 years. It probably is related to our bond issues that were given for the police and the fire, which were voter-approved facilities that were laid out to the public for the dollars that were put together and approved by the public. And then through no one's fault but the good Lord, we had a pandemic that affected all of us, and we were able to take the financing of those bonds and refinance those bonds when we were down to probably about 0.5%. So to think that we've got some debt that's being carried by 0.5%, I would say we're in pretty good shape. Those bonds are covered by and secured by our by our funding. And again, I go back and say that was voter approved. We laid it out. The people saw what we were doing. We wanted to communicate and let them see that. I can't tell you what's going to happen. We got an election coming up in November with who knows who's going to win, and what's that going to do to us? And we can't foreshadow what's going to happen in that regard. We make the decisions we can make based on what we know, and we lay it out to the public so they can see it.